Welcome back to the channel. Matt Porter, Chief Tasting Officer, Master Blender for Barrel King, here to tell you about the July releases for Barrel King Gold members. 2 brand new releases for Gold members. If you're not a Barrel King Gold member, shame on you. It's okay. Click on the link in the description below. Head on over to barrelking.com. Get your Gold membership. Get your bottles for the month. You won't be disappointed. If you are, you can cancel at any time, but you're not going to be disappointed. First of all, batch 134. It's a knighted blend called Kentucky Knife Fight. And since we're in the middle of a sweltering summer and celebrating America's 250th Fantasy Collection, batch 135, brought to you by Bourbon, Missouri's finest, this is Bourbon Bomb Pop. We're going to kick off this tasting with batch 134 Kentucky Knife Fight. This son of a bee, 119 proof. And if you ever find this bourbon in the woods having a knife fight with a grizzly bear, you better help the bear, because that bitch gonna need it. That's mystical. That's a mystical reference. Batch 134 utilizes some Zeta, some leftover Zeta that we kept set aside for specifically this purpose. For the first time ever, some MGP bourbon finished in brown Foreman barrels was added to a blend, and then some Green River and MGP barrels aged between 5 and 13 years turned an average knife fight of a bourbon into a Crocodile Dundee knife fight of a bourbon. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Wow. That is like a homemade chocolate cream pie. Oh yeah. It's got the jiggly chocolate inside that sends a ripple through the pie if you give it a smack. And then it has that chocolate pie crust and then like a strawberry, like a nice wedge of a strawberry right in the middle of the pie. That's exactly what that smells like. Here. You smell it and tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead, get your nose in there, give it a smell. I would not lie about that. When I say chocolate cream pie, I mean chocolate cream pie. My wife loves this Zanzibar chocolate ice cream. It's from the Chocolate Shop, shop with 2 P's and an E. It's out of somewhere in Wisconsin, but she loves this dark chocolate Zanzibar ice cream. And I could convince her that this is that if she didn't know her liquids from solids, and if she could ignore the fact that this is like almost 60% alcohol. Yeah, it's that homemade chocolate cream pie with powdered sugar and strawberries and dark chocolate Zanzibar ice cream in a waffle cone of goodness. This smells ridiculous. Oh, my heavens. Oh, plow me a road to Pleasure Town, that's great. The finish is going. That might be the most chocolate forward bourbon I've ever tasted. This is a chocolate lover's dream. This is cray cray. Tastes like a melted whatchamacallit bar from the cup holder of your car. It's so good. From the front of the palate to the back, it is remarkable. The tasting experience is one of a kind. It's not bitter dark chocolate and it's not super sweet milk chocolate. It's somewhere right in the middle. This pour right here is Barrel King at a new level. This pour is Barrel King friggin' like leveled up. Like Barrel King was Mario and Barrel King was Little Mario. Like and then Barrel King Mario found himself underneath a brick box and was like, wonder what would happen if I hit my head on that brick box. And he's like, and then mushroom comes out for some reason. And then Barrel King Mario eats that mushroom. Don't recommend doing that, but it made him bigger. He turned into a giganto Barrel King Mario. And then he was like, walking around with his chest all puffed out like, I'm batch 134, Kentucky knife fight, bitches. And then he found himself underneath another break box. Boing, bing, hits it, and a star comes out. What in the world? And then he gets all fancy and gobbles that star up. How does something even gobble a star up? I don't know. Barrel King Mario, however, not a problem, he did it. And then it gave him superpowers and super speed. He was invincible. That's what this'll do. It'll make you invincible. Kentucky Knife Fight Batch 134 is the invincibility cloak. That's not a real thing. I mixed up two things there. This is really good. This is really, really good. Second sip. Oh my gosh. I love that. I want all of that. This batch 134 is like if chocolate cream pie and tiramisu went to the world's foremost, best, most world-renowned fertility doctor. The most expensive fertility doctor on the planet. And through that ultra expensive fertility doctor, tiramisu and chocolate cream pie somehow managed to do the very first, most magnificent gene manipulation that created the most attractive, athletic, healthy, intellectual, after dinner delight that the world has ever seen. This somehow is the product of a modern miracle when it comes to gene manipulation of desserts. When it comes to chocolatey bourbon, batch 134 is Willy Wonka's wet dream. Oh my gosh. Now we're moving to batch 135. This is the Fantasy Collection blend for July 2026. It's 117 proof. The Barrel King team out of Bourbon, Missouri put together this patriotic burai for July 2026. A blend of 7-year 95.5 MGP and 7-year 95.5 Green River, 9-year 95.5 MGP, and 9-year 21% MGP bourbon. This bad boy finished in cherry wine barrels, cognac barrels, cherry, blueberry, and raspberry brandy barrels. This is Bourbon Bomb Pop. Since we're celebrating America's 250th anniversary and we're about to dive into Bourbon Bomb Pop, I want to wish all of you a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. We live in the greatest country in the damn world, and I hope that in another 250 years, thanks to some modern medicine miracle, I'm telling you about the newest Barrel King batch in the year 2276. Batch 135 Bourbon Bomb Pop. What? Okay. This might be the power of suggestion. This might accurately point out how vulnerable I am when it comes to the art of persuasion, but I have been persuaded by the name of this bottle to immediately say, what in the hell and how in the hell does this literally smell like an alcoholic bomb pop? That smells like a bomb pop. The name of this blend might be playing a significant role in my perception here, but that smells like a bomb pop. Blue raspberry and freezer burn, baby. That is a nostalgic nose. Just a moment ago, it was a normal summer day. But after a few sniffs of Bourbon Bomb Pop, it's like fireworks in your nostrils. When you nose this, you won't pick up on the fact that there's a lot of rye in here. This just smells like super candy. Batch 135 Bourbon Bomb Pop down the hatch. Oh my God, July is awesome. It hits big, and then its sweetness from the front to the back, it's like a blue snow cone, and the Nerds candy. Between batch 134 and 135, I could develop what some people would consider to be a problem with not having enough of batch 134 or 135. Halfway through, mid-palate, it does this friggin' super sick move. Super sweet, like ridiculous, phenomenal move that you can't believe it did. And you're like, wow. Hopefully that got caught on camera because nobody will believe it ever happened. Holy crap, that happened. If this were an episode of ridiculousness, it would probably be the lowest viewed episode of ridiculousness. But what happened halfway through that tasting, the mid-palate of batch 135, is ridiculous. Remember those Jolly Rancher sticks? They were like the long Jolly Ranchers. They weren't like the cube Jolly Ranchers, but they were like the long skinny Jolly Ranchers. Like an Airhead version of Jolly Ranchers. It tastes like a cherry version of that. And then it transitions from that, after the Nerds candy, into like one of those fizzing candies, like one of the friggin' fizz candies. I think they're called Zots, a Zots fizzing hard candy. The finish is like a silent Pop Rocks candy. You can feel it sizzling and doing all the dances that Pop Rocks do without the popping. It's like there are drunken Pop Rocks in the back of your mouth, just doing all of the Pop Rocks things, except for making noise, so that their wives don't know that the Pop Rocks are drunk or that they've been drinking. Super smart Pop Rocks. Gotta keep it ultra quiet. Batch 134 and batch 135, the July releases for Barrel King, these two batches are totally different, totally unique. They're one of a kind. They're not something you're gonna taste every day. You're not gonna find these flavor profiles off the shelf anywhere else. These are unique. Blending whiskey is what we do at Barrel King, and we're just getting better and better and better. If you're a Barrel King Gold member, you're in for a couple of treats. If you're not a Barrel King Gold member, you are also in for a couple of treats, because I know you're gonna go sign up for a gold membership by clicking on the link in the description below, going over to Barrel King, getting batch 134, getting batch 135. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Telling you right now, both of these bottles will be right up your alley if you like the same things I do. And if you love the same things I do, they'll be directly up your